my name is Lacey and welcome back to Late Night Coloring Mama. Tonight we're going to continue our color and chat of the Mandalas adult coloring book by Sachin Sachdeva. But first I want to share you some book mail I got today from HarperCollins. It's a book that's not out yet. It comes out in April 2025 and I'm excited to read this book. They sent it to me for review, and recently over the past year I've really gotten into fantasy books, so I'm excited that this is a fantasy that they sent me, and I wanted to share it, so you can be on the lookout in April if you're interested. This is House of Blight by Maxim M. Martineau. I am sorry if I said that name wrong, but I'm so excited for this. So I just wanted to tell you what it's about. In a fantasy world ravaged by disease, Adira Brilwin has a rare, life-saving power that can cure ailments in the blink of an eye, but costs her days, weeks, years of her own life. When her beloved brothers fall ill, she must work alongside a powerful, immortal family in hopes of discovering a cure that saves everyone, without destroying herself. And it says, House of Blight is the first installment in a darkly creative and romantic new Gothic duology from Maxim M. Martineau. I am so excited to read this. Sounds so good. So yeah, HarperCollins sent me that to review, and I'm excited. And back to coloring. So let's try to finish this up. See what we can get done tonight. Chat. After this, I plan on starting some Halloween pictures or fall, something, whatever I feel like that's in that category, fall, Halloween, whatever. So I'm using the Shuttle Art gel pens. I got my paper underneath. So let me grab my colors. I have them over here on the side. I'm going to use this green first. We're just going to go to town. So how's everyone doing tonight? How was your day? Well, I was doing a lot of tossing and turning last night. I was having really weird dreams. And I just would lay in bed and stare. Look at the ceiling. Well, not at the ceiling because I don't lay on my back, on my side. But look around laying on my side, and I'm trying to get to sleep. Finally, at about 3 a.m., since sleep was obviously not happening for me, I decided that I was going to go upstairs in my living room and try to rest up there. So I didn't want to keep my husband awake from me moving constantly, which he didn't wake up, but I thought I was going to wake him up because I was moving nonstop. And he had to work this morning. So I went upstairs, and we have a regular sized couch and a love seat and a recliner. My son was sleeping on the love seat, and he had his head covered up. So I uncovered his head, and he kind of woke up, and then he went back to bed. So then I laid on the bigger couch for a while, and finally at 4, I made some coffee, decaf, because I'm not drinking caffeinated. I did with my other pregnancy, but I didn't want to with this one, and I haven't had as bad as anxiety. I mean, obviously I still have anxiety all the time, but not as... If I have caffeinated coffee, it's like triple what I need it to be in. Ugh. So, and I haven't had the headaches as much, so that's a plus. Even though I crave the caffeinated coffee. So anyway, I made some coffee, read a little bit. I am rereading the Twilight series, Stephanie Meyer. I don't know if you guys know what that is at all, the Twilight series. It's been quite a few years, and I always loved it. I'm on the third book, Eclipse, right now. And I'm almost done with that. So I was reading that. Sorry, guys. And then about 5 o'clock, I was like, okay, I'm going to try to rest now. Just rest a little bit at least. Before I have to wake up my son for school and my daughter. So I had to get up at 6 with them. I got up and oh boy, I was so tired and so congested. And I almost felt sick. Blew my nose a bunch. I was so stuffed up. Made them some pancakes and some fruit. Cut up some fruit for them. Oh, I didn't cut up fruit today. I gave them grapes this morning. So we have quite a few grapes we need to use up. And my daughter takes her bath at night and my son showers in the morning. So after he eats, I make sure he brushes and flosses. And then he gets in the shower. My daughter, she takes a while to eat. So about 7 o'clock, she's done, ready to brush and floss and get ready. And then I have to do her hair for school. She's got very, very straight hair, so I always am doing something with it. My husband has very straight hair too. I don't. Mine used to be like wavy and kind of straight, but I have really thick hair now. As I've gotten older, my hair's gotten curly, like really curly. All my siblings have curly hair, but I didn't get it till the curliness really until a couple of years back. And my hair started to get really curly. And then by 8 o'clock, we're out the door, going to school, taking to school. My husband's been getting me like breakfast burritos a lot lately. We make them at home sometimes and freeze a bunch. We haven't in a while. I was just telling him we should start doing that again. Yeah, I am addicted to breakfast burritos. I love breakfast burritos. Are any of you addicted to certain breakfasts? Like normally, if I was not expecting, I probably wouldn't even eat breakfast. Because I was never like a big breakfast eater. But now I just, ever since I got pregnant, I eat breakfast all the time, of course. And I crave breakfast burritos. Like on the weekends, so we don't get them. And I like to make avocado toast. I love avocado toast. Sometimes I'll feel like a cereal. Or sometimes I'll make eggs and bacon, or it depends what my mood is, I guess. And if my kids want any of that. My daughter recently started eating eggs. She never liked eggs, not even when she was really little. Recently she started eating them, so. They were freeze-dried eggs. We freeze-dry them too. And yes, I buy regular sometimes too, but if I'm out and like the prices of eggs around where I live, I don't know if they're the same everywhere else. I'm not paying that much, so. So we just use our freeze-dried eggs, which are yummy and taste the same, so. Right now we actually have our freeze dryer going, so if you hear anything in the background, that's what's running. We have apples in there. I don't know if I told you guys, but we got like 15, well, the 5-gallon pails. We got 3 pails. We had 3 full of apples. So we're freeze drying a bunch. My brother messaged me because he has an apple tree too. We got these from just a friend. He said if we want them, we can have them, but I don't know. We got a lot right now we're trying to do. And we also got a 5-gallon bucket of potatoes, so. And we just are stocking up on a bunch of meat. My niece works at a company that has a bunch of meat. They do meat sales. So we just bought a bunch to stock up. Because we're almost out of burger. And we don't plan on getting a cow or anything anytime soon. So we just are stocking up on like chicken and pork. So yep, kids went to school. I came home, made another cup of coffee. I can usually have 2. And ate my breakfast burritos, sat and watched a little bit of TV. And then I did try to actually take a nap because I wasn't feeling good. Which I don't ever nap. I don't know why I try, but I laid down. I dozed off for a little bit, but being congested, I woke myself up from me snoring. So back to the breakfast. If you eat breakfast, what is your favorite go-to? I'd be interested to hear. So yeah, I tried to nap, tried to get up, get motivated. I didn't even do any cleaning till tonight. I didn't do nothing. I was so tired. And I know we had to, I had to get my son early from school today because he had a doctor's appointment for his checkup. So after that, we got my daughter from school, came home, kids had some snacks, after school snack, like pretzels. They like those really thin pretzels, Slims, I think they are. I like them too. And they love craisins. And then my son had to study for a couple tests, so I was kind of quizzing him on some things. Then he also had to do his reading for school. So that's usually Monday through Friday what we're doing. After school's homework, because his teacher did say he'll have homework every single night. So I know if he doesn't bring something home, I might question that. But he has homework every night. So I helped him with that, and then I made supper. Tonight I made sloppy joes, and I wasn't sure if I was even feeling like them. And usually I use ketchup, but this time I used our canned tomato sauce, like a 15 ounce. It was actually 16 I think I used, but the tomato sauce, Worcestershire, mustard. I'm sorry, I need to get a drink. I got a tickle in my throat, excuse me. Okay, had to drink my water. Still drink lots of water, so that's really good for me. So yeah, I did tomato sauce, mustard, Worcestershire, brown sugar, and then I always season my hamburger or whatever meat I'm using. I season my hamburger like this garlic pepper seasoning that we're addicted to. I put that on everything, I swear, when I'm cooking. And then I added in some freeze-dried onion and green pepper after I rehydrated them. And the kids ate them right up. And I made french fries. I bought french fries last time I was at the grocery store, so I was like, well, we can use these up. And then I cut up a bunch of different fruits, and threw it in a bowl. And then we all picked out of that. Because I have lots of fruit in my refrigerator, but I also didn't have room, so I have some setting out. So we ate the stuff that's setting out so it doesn't get bad. Like I had plums, apples, oranges, peaches. We're officially out of peaches and plums. So we've been doing good eating all that stuff. So that's been really nice. And they really like it. My son really likes plums. I don't think they've ever had a plum till like recently. And they love them. But I feel like I may have bought them. Maybe I haven't since, I don't know. I buy so many fruits. I buy fruit all the time, and I eat groceries and vegetables. I was telling my husband I got corn on the cob we got to cook this weekend. And I got some zucchini. We've been eating the mushrooms and the baby tomatoes, which I really didn't need to buy, but our tomatoes, we didn't get a whole bunch this year, so we're freezing what we have. I mean, we've ate some, but we're freezing a bunch too to make more sauce. I've eaten a few of them, but not. Like spinach I bought. I'm always stocking up on fruits and vegetables when I go to the store. And of course, I'm always buying chips. I am addicted to chips. Yes, that's a weakness of mine. I love chips. And then once we're out, we're out. We don't get any till we know our next grocery trip. But I did see this week, and we just got groceries like last weekend, so we don't need any yet. But I did see that they had dollar bratwurst, and usually the store we have, they make them right there, and you just freeze them or whatever you're gonna cook them. You're gonna cook them or you freeze them. And when they get those sales, me and my husband stock up because they're all different flavors. They do like a Philly cheesesteak, a green onion, a macaroni and cheese, a bacon and cheddar, original. They're just list goes on. So we are getting some of those this weekend. And my husband plans to cook up a pork butt or pork roast on his smoker. And also we want to try, we've got a couple smokers, so we also want to try making Chex Mix on the smoker, like big batches. And you don't really have to buy any chips or anything, so. And we store those. I made Chex Mix in the crock pot before, and it made me like 2 or 3 gallon bags, or maybe more. Maybe it was more, I don't remember. It was a long time ago when I did that. And my son was like a baby. My oldest. So yeah, we did that, and yep, I cleaned up after dinner and did some dishes. Oh, my dishwasher did some, and then I did some because I don't put everything in the dishwasher from today since I didn't do them earlier. And then I swept the kitchen. Got my daughter in the bath. And for her hair, I have to use detangler. Well, because her hair's so straight, it gets snarly so easy. Sorry. So I bought the Walmart brand Equate, and it says Equate Baby, and it like compares to Johnson No Tangles. That works amazing in her hair. Doesn't even, you can brush right through her hair without like feeling the snarls. And then they had to brush, brush and go to the bathroom before bed. Got them in bed by 7 o'clock. Yeah, the doctor today asked my son how much sleep he got a night, and I said, well, they go to bed at 7, depending if they fall asleep right away. And they're up at 6, and she's like, wow, they get so much sleep, that's great. So that's exactly what they need, so that's what we do. My son gets cranky, like I do sometimes in the morning if he doesn't get enough sleep. Like, he may not be cranky right away in the morning, maybe a little bit, but once it starts getting through the day, woofda. So yes, our kids have a bedtime. Now tomorrow is my doctor's appointment. I have about 6 weeks left, so we'll see what they say tomorrow. I get an ultrasound, and then an hour and 15 minutes later I have another appointment. I told my husband, I said, you don't need to come to this. He's been to a lot of my appointments. Now with my daughter, when I was pregnant during COVID, he couldn't come to any of them. They said no, they couldn't because of all the sickness and everything. So that was hard, kind of, but I did it, And there was a point in time that they said I might have to give birth alone, which I would do it if I have to, obviously, but I didn't have to, thankfully. But yeah, all my appointments were alone in 2020. You do what you gotta do, though. My niece is actually getting induced tomorrow. Super early in the morning. So they're going to see if she has the baby tomorrow, or they might send her home too. She's dilated at a 1. When I was induced as my first born, my son, I was at a 0. They did that because my water partially broke, and it was like several hours and nothing. So they had to keep me because of that. Partial broke water. I wasn't a fan of being induced, but you gotta do what you gotta do. The Pitocin made me almost sick. With my daughter, I wasn't induced, and I thought that was much easier for me personally. Okay, let's see. Funny story about my daughter. A bunch of people were shocked she came on her due date. Well, the night before with family, we were doing Just Dance on the Wii, and I did it. My husband told me the next day, he's like, oh, you were making noise in your sleep. It's like, I figured you're having contractions. And he had to work the next day, so he was at work. And I was having contractions because I remember waking up. I don't know if I had breakfast that day, but I remember being up for a while. It was like 10 in the morning, and I told my husband, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm having these contractions. He's like, start timing them. So I did while he was at work, and then I ended up calling the hospital, and they told me to come in. Told my husband, I said, well, and he came home. His job was not very far at the time. I was like super close. And they ended up keeping me. So, yes, Just Dance. I did Just Dance and put myself into labor pretty much. I'm trying to see what I should do with this. I think I'm going to have to go around because we're getting close to finishing. This ink is going fast. And I hope we don't run out because this is getting kind of... There we go. I don't think it was pressing down hard enough. So Saturday, my husband's going to do a bunch of cooking on the smoker. And I plan on like deep cleaning my kitchen. I really need to mop the floors. It's been a little bit. And I don't like to go too long without mopping them. And clean my cabinets. I actually like to do that. So that's what I need to do. Tonight I still need to do some laundry. I do laundry every day, once a day. My daughter spills a lot on her stuff. At school they're kids, little kids. So I usually shout her clothes and then wash them. And I spill on myself too, so I can't say anything. And I can't see sometimes in my belly there. My husband will notice it on my shirt, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And he laughs. He's like, you can't see this. I said, no, I can't see that. So do that, and then I want to shower tonight and wash my hair. So I don't want to go to the doctor with wet hair tomorrow. Even though it's been nice. It's fall, and we're still in the 80s where I'm at. Next week, like mid-next week, we're supposed to be in the 60s, though, so it's going to start getting cooler. Today was 81. Had the air on today because the past few days it's been in the 70s, so I just opened up the windows, get the fresh air in, and it wasn't hot at all, so... I get too hot at this stage. I'm uncomfortable, and then I just have to have the air on. I guess I did work a little bit on my coloring page in the animal mosaic, that deer picture I'd showed a while back that I was working on in my Sun Life drawing coloring book. And I am enjoying that. I wanted to do a color and chat tonight, thinking it would help me relax and ease my mind of things, and kind of hope I sleep good tonight. Because I really could use some good sleep. Sorry if I'm like turning my book a little bit. It looks weird that I'm coloring like this. Just how I color as a lefty. My son's also left-handed, but he can also use his right, so ambidextrous. My brother is that way. My husband and daughter are right hand. And one of my best friends, her and her husband are left-handed, and their kids are right. My sister-in-law is also left-handed like me. Last night I was watching, I don't know what it was called, but it's basically recordings that people save of their Ring cameras. I don't have a Ring camera, but I do have cameras. Of people doing stuff like to their home or something. Some of that stuff, geez, what is with the crime? So I was watching that till I went to bed, and then what did I put on in bed? I'm trying to think. I don't even remember. I think I was just so tired last night because I've been making hot lemonade at night, and it does kind of help my throat and my nose for a little bit longer than normal. So I like to do that at night so I can relax too. Just with the congestion, I like to have that. I've seen that if you have an Aldi, if you like tea, I checked on the seasonal area, and my Aldi had, I'm actually going to color this part, had like seasonal teas, like an apple cinnamon tea. I think there was a pumpkin tea. I'm just like, oh, I wish I could drink those right now. I love tea. Love all sorts of kinds. I'm not really picky with that. Now, when I was pregnant with my son, my oldest, I was able to have chamomile tea that actually helped. I said that was fine that I could drink that. That actually helped with my morning sickness. And it was caffeine free, but it helped with my morning sickness. It would calm my stomach. And just the nauseous feeling. And I've been sick with all of my kids. Every pregnancy I've been sick. Now my niece, this is her second, and she wasn't sick at all with her first one. I was like, you're so lucky. With my son and daughter, any type of grease, oh, I would get so sick. With this one, I just felt nauseous all day and night. I never threw up or anything like the other two, but I would have to make myself like eat, obviously, because nothing sounded good. But thankfully, I never got sick like puking. Just had nausea. So yeah, tonight I'm hoping I sleep good. So who's all coloring tonight? What are you coloring? Are you doing something else? Watching a movie, watching any TV, reading any good books, doing a craft? Let me know. I feel like I'm kind of in a zone tonight. I feel like I'm kind of daydreaming, which is kind of good. That means the coloring is relaxing me. And putting my mind at ease. My husband's making stuff with his laser cutter. He made like some wooden pumpkins. He's working on sanding them now. And he's thinking about doing a YouTube channel. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I think something with his woodworking. And if he does that, I'll let you guys know if you're interested. But yeah, I don't think he's fully decided yet, because that's kind of his hobby and his fun and his relaxation. We do all this when our kids are asleep, so. And I'm obviously in the house. That's another thing. I hear at night when I'm sleeping, I hear everything. I've done that for years. So I probably, like, I can hear my daughter get up in the night. I've heard my son get sick in the middle of the night and fly up out of bed. I did. It's always been that way. I'm a light sleeper. Our kids had their school pictures. My son is getting retakes, but it was so funny. He had such a fake smile, I couldn't help but laugh. He was kind of laughing too. I'm like, you can smile. He's like, yeah. So he's going to smile in the retakes. He was smiling a little bit, but it was like, I don't know, it was a fake smile, you could tell. His sister we're going to keep, because it's her first, time ever getting pictures for school. I remember, and my mom kept them. We didn't do any retakes. When I was in kindergarten, I was so scared of getting my pictures taken. The bright lights, the big equipment that they did. You could tell in my picture that I had been crying the way I looked. Well, my mom kept them. And I remember I had a turtleneck on with like bows on it all over. That was like the design on it. And I had little bow barrettes on each side of my head. My hair down and my bangs. My mom always dresses so nice though. A lot from JCPenney. Back when they had the big catalogs. Do you remember any of your school pictures? Did you have any embarrassing ones? I was not a fan of my second grade picture either. I wanted my hair really, really short because it was like a thing then. My mom thought it looked absolutely cute that I chose that, but yeah, I have a round face. I've always had a round face. I just didn't like the way that looked. But it was super easy to do my hair. And Sunday, I don't think we have any plans. Should be nice. I'll probably get some more cleaning done. Actually, I'm probably going to wash some more baby things. Because I have a few more things that are coming. They're going to need to be washed. So that's probably what I will be doing. Well, we're almost done with this color. I do love this, and this is a fun book. I love mandalas anyway. I have a few books of mandalas. I just haven't colored them in a while. When I was pregnant with my son, I remember I wanted to color again. That's where I got the urge to color again. And yeah, I got some colored pencils and I bought a mandala coloring book and I just colored away while I was pregnant like crazy. It was relaxing, took my mind off things. I don't think I was too worried having him at all. Okay. Let's keep going and see what we're going to end up at. Using this silver. Do any of you color with gel pens a lot? I remember when gel pens came out. I was so excited. I had the Jelly Roll set. I don't remember how much are in there, but I was like so excited because in school, probably in middle school I was, they became popular and you get to write our homework in them even. I didn't really care too much that we did that. I think it was middle school. I'm pretty sure it was middle school. I'm actually going to color all these as silver too, I think. Right here. Well, my daughter, she has some of my old gel pens. We've had to throw some away. I told her, I said they might not work very well. But she didn't care. She was excited to draw with them and do what she wanted with them. A couple of them still kind of worked. What am I doing? I screwed this up too. Having a day early. No, I didn't. I missed a color here. I skipped this one. I don't know what I was doing. It's because I was coloring around it too. That's okay. Sometimes. Okay, this one's different, so I think I'm gonna go in here. It's like the bottom one here. Okay, that's another one I gotta do this. Pink. Before I had this YouTube channel, my kids, I let them use a lot of my coloring supplies, but now I've kind of limited. I don't know if that's very nice, but I did. They can still use some of my stuff, but there's certain stuff I don't let them use. Like my older stuff that I don't use often, yes. Go ahead. At least then I know they'll be getting use out of it, so if I'm not. But like my newer stuff, I'm pretty good at sharing though most of my stuff with them. And they have their own like markers, crayons, colored pencils, and tons of coloring books. So my son doesn't color as much as he used to, but tonight he started drawing again. He hasn't drawn in a while. So that was nice. I think the book that he gets like ideas from is called Taco and Cat, I think. Something he read in school. It's a graphic novel, I think. And my daughter, she'll color draw. She likes to cut. They have like these beginner books, Melissa and Doug, where you can practice cutting. Well, my son had one and he was the one, he never cut through the whole book, but so I saved it and she likes to cut the pictures out. We have paints and stamps. They love all that too. Got little painting aprons for them. I believe I got those all from the dollar store, except for one. I don't think I did. I don't know. Maybe I got them all there. Remember, it's been a while. Okay. Debating if I want to color these with that pink. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to go back to the green. We're getting there. We're almost finished. If there's any coloring books that I flipped through or have done hauls that you guys have seen and liked and want me to try to color in, let me know. I'm open. Did I forget? Yes, see, my mind is like, no, girl, you forgot to do this. Okay. If you were to do this mandala, what color would you guys choose? Or what colors? Or color. Like you could do blue with all different blues. These are just some colors that kind of stuck out when I was looking at it. I was like, well, let's see how it looks. And so far, I think it looks pretty good. These little parts are probably the easiest to color. Really like this green. It is really pretty. I used to not like the color green at all. I've come to like it over the past year or two. I've started to like it more and more. My eyes are green. My mom always liked when I wore green too, and I was always like, no, I don't like green. She said my eyes would just pop. Next time I get groceries, I think we're gonna go take a look at some pumpkins for the kids. So we can get ready to carve them. Maybe we'll make pumpkin seeds too. I used to make caramel apples when I was a kid. My kids don't really like caramel like on a whole apple, but they'll like dip caramel, like dip slices into caramel dip. Because I bought caramel apples one time and they just didn't. I loved them. We used to make them all when we were kids, and I think my mom used to hand them out. This was like early 90s. My mom used to hand them out, I think, to some of the neighborhood kids that we were friends with. And a guy down the road when we were kids used to make popcorn balls. Those are my favorite. Oh, I haven't had any of those in a long time. I would love to have a popcorn ball again. It's been years. I don't even know if I've seen them around. I've never made them, but I love them. I think one of my kids, they like popcorn, so they might like it too. Have any of you had popcorn balls? Do you like them? And you would have like food coloring on them. Like orange or purple. I think you did orange and purple for Halloween. Another guy that my family knew used to pack, he had like bees. He like praise bees or however, beekeeper, he always gave us honey sticks, and I love honey sticks. And you just eat them. He would sell them normally for like 25 cents a stick. And then my aunt always gave out juju fruits or like Johnny Appleseed candies, the Boston baked beans. I love juju fruits, or the grape ones. What were the grape called? Grape head or something? I don't know. Or those little candies you'd get in the little cardboard box and they'd be like sticks. Candy sticks, those always had a good taste. Those are just some of the candies I remember when I was a kid. And we took pillowcases back then. It'd be over half full when we went. Before I had kids, I loved passing out Halloween candy. Now we just, we don't really, because there ain't any neighborhood kids too much on our road. We live on a dead end, but we take the kids trick-or-treating, so we always go to my dad's, and my mom used to always pass out candy. She loved it, not my dad. Then when she started going downhill a little bit, my dad would. Such fun times. And my mom and dad used to always make their own scarecrow. Take some of my dad's old bib overalls and the flannel shirt and stuff it full of straw. Sat on hay bales. Mom loved to do that. And jumping in leaves. I don't even know if kids do that anymore. We don't have any in our yard. So we don't have like leaves for the kids to jump in. Because we don't have a tree or anything. So I don't know if they do that at school or not. No, we don't have any in our yard, so. My kids still play outside and everything in the fall. So nice out, why not, right? What is your favorite fall tradition or Halloween, if you have any? If you don't, that's okay. Too, I know not everyone celebrates that, considers it a holiday, and that is fine. Do one last color in the little spots and then we're done. And we completed it. On to our next coloring adventures then, right? On the next color and chat. Alright, and we are finished. What do you guys think? I love it. I like the colors. And that's it. That's 35 unique mandala designs. Mandalas adult coloring book, Sachin Sachdeva. If you like this video and you haven't already subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And as always, I hope you all have a wonderful night and happy coloring, and I'll catch you on the next Color and Chat. Bye!